and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be a Night Elf mirror, and we are going to utilize the observer board from the W3 arena. I believe this should be from the ladder, but seeing as we have a lot of observers, this might just be using the map, and this might be actually a tournament. But nevertheless, we have. Oh, I just noticed that my overlay is kind of screwing with the board. Oh well. This is the first time I've actually used this observer thing. It's unfortunate I can't actually move it, but oh well. I don't actually want to fix that right now. Anyway, Night Elf mirror, Sonik spawning into the yellow. I completely forgot the color. Night Elf player in the top right. He will be facing off against Checkpooh, the red Night Elf player in the bottom left. So it is going to be a Night Elf mirror. Not many people like Night Elf mirrors, but I mean, come on guys. Nobody. I mean, a couple years back it was a lot worse because it was basically just human mirrors. That was when Tho, Yumiko, and Infi and Hawk just absolutely wrecked House, and there was just nothing you can do about it because most of the tournaments had human dominance. Of course there was others like Reprisal, Remind, all of those human players. It just made other races feel so insignificant. But yeah, now we have a Night Elf mirror. Here on Amazonia, a relatively small map, probably the second smallest map I believe in the map pool. Opposed to the smallest, which should be Echo Isles, but yeah, might not be entirely true. Demon Hunter first, both sides, most likely. Checkpooh will get himself a Demon Hunter, yes indeed. The observer board is actually pretty useful. Despite the arena actual maps being pretty good, I still stand by that the replay section of the website actually pretty bad. Anyway, Circler gets picked up by the Demon Hunter of Sonik, and Checkpooh a little bit behind, but he should be able to catch up very soon. Renegade Wizard will drop. Which magical item is going to be? It is going to be a Ring of Protection +2, so Sonik definitely got the better end of that stick, and he will have +5 attack thanks to the +5 agility from his 2 items there. Checkpooh is definitely an entire camp behind, and kind of slow, so this is the conundrum that I am in currently right now. There are 2 players. I'm assuming there are 2 separate players. One is Check, who is also a Night Elf player. I believe he is a Korean Night Elf player, and the other is Checkpooh, who is also, I'm pretty sure, a Korean Night Elf player. I don't know if the 2 players are the same. I'm gonna assume they're not, so that's just my disclaimer. If they're the same people, then they will be the same person. But for now, even though I will call him Check because it's gonna be so annoying calling him Checkpooh all the time, I will call him Check for short. And we have the Demon Hunter of Sonik doing quite a bit of work here. Already taken down a couple of Wisps. There we go with number 2. Sonik might actually lose himself an Archer in the trade. Not sure how worth the Archer loss was, but managed to disrupt quite a bit here. Anyway, Check actually did catch up in experience and actually kind of exceeds a little bit. We have Huntresses for Sonik. He did go for a Hunter's Hole very early on in fact, but he did match Check in terms of tech timing. That might have been the little screw up here with the moon walls, but oh well. Sonik is indeed eating a lot of damage, and the Wisp is doing a nice job going for the pathing here. The Huntress is going to deter that particular Wisp, but yeah, oh, we have a couple Wisps over here, and the Huntress is doing what she does best, I guess. Okay, things have definitely quietened down. I'm just going to assume both players going for a double Ancient of Laws.
Town is under siege.
Okay, Tree of Ages has been completed for check. We have a lot of wisps here.
Forces are under attack.
I don't know what the ping was for, honestly, but it was obviously important. Oh, well, that's definitely not something you'd like to see. Huntress is basically dead unless Check is not that patient. Oh, never mind, he is going to be forced to defend here as we have Ancient of Wind being placed down from Check. That's interesting, possibly troubling, I believe. For those of you that haven't watched Foggy vs Sonic that I've casted a couple days ago, if you want, you can go watch that. Sonic's just going for the standard double Ancient of Laws here, but Foggy did go for mass Fairy Dragons. It proved to be surprisingly effective. Sadly, it wasn't enough to actually finish the game. So I'm very curious to see what Checkpooh will go for. Druids of Talons, probably not the best option to go against. Double Ancient of Laws, which will most likely open up with Dryads, since Dryads can attack Dots, but Dots can't attack Dryads. So yeah, kind of, hopefully that paints the picture. The other option is Hippogriff Riders. I believe Tho did do that a couple of years ago, and it is going to be Hippogriff Riders. He has a lot of archers, so I guess that does make sense, but yep. It still doesn't change the fact that Dryads still can attack Hippogriff Riders. We are going to have a Dark Ranger coming out as the second hero for Sonic. So, yeah, we haven't had many Dark Ranger firsts, thankfully, recently, but I have been very, very emotional when it comes to Dark Ranger first. Thankfully, I'm not that, like, bad towards Dark Ranger second, though, because then you already have a solid foundation for your playstyle, or your build order, whatever it is called. So, yeah, not that sad about the Dark Ranger second. It is a little weird still. It won't be that effective against Hippogriff Riders because Hippogriff Riders don't drop corpses and then you don't drop skeletons. I think that's how the interaction goes. I don't know. It hasn't been. I don't think it has been ever since I've seen Dark Ranger get the killing blow on an air unit. So I'm very curious to see and learn this experience.
Town is under siege.
Wisp sneaking itself between the trees, and he will avoid the Demon Hunter there. Okay, Dryads are popping out for Sonic. He already has a couple of Dryads already, so looking good so far. Ancient of War is probably going to root itself, I guess. Hippogriff Riders are already in the field, and Check is going to get himself level 3 on his Demon Hunter. Hippogriff Riders will have a good time harassing these Wisps thanks to the safety of these trees. Go back a little bit more. There we go. Attacking the Wisp. Wisp is actually trapped and he will be forced to detonate. But the Hippogriff Riders just retreated a little bit. Oh wow, did the Demon Hunter actually go for a TP scroll? I believe that was the case. Well, let's see how well these Hippogriff Riders will do. They're very good harassive tools, but when it comes to dealing with just straight up attack, not sure. Dryads in the numbers of 5 might be enough against those Hippogriff Riders, but I think we have like 5 Hippogriff Riders as well, so might be a little bit of a struggle for Sonic to actually match up against. Dryads, I believe, might be slightly less effective against Hippogriff Riders because these guys are light armored while doing piercing, meanwhile Dryads are unarmored and doing piercing. Even though light armor does receive an extra damage, I believe it's just 50%. Meanwhile Dryads are unarmored, so they receive 100%. Yep. And that was very dark. You can see all those Hippogriff Riders hovering over that one archer, and then the Demon Hunter gets to finish it off. So, yeah, a dark message has definitely been given, and Sonic is just going to not care about those Hippogriff Riders. He's just going after those Moonwells. Hippogriff Riders are still chasing those Dryads. They might be able to pick a couple of them up, but at what cost? Cost of, I believe, 1 Moonwell. I don't think Check actually built himself a 4th Moonwell there. So he lost 1 so far. His Demon Hunter is MIA. He is trying to deal with his expansion. He will definitely get the cancellation. So I think that's, yeah, I think in the end, despite that looking rather weird, I think that was pretty good for himself. The expansion was very, very close to completion, and getting that forced cancellation was definitely worth the 1 Moonwell loss there. Demon Hunter vs Demon Hunter, we are going to have Invulnerability Potion being used by the Sonik Demon Hunter, and Check he doesn't have that luxury. He is going to be forced to run away. 1 Hippogriff Rider was taken down. That does give the level 2 to the Dark Ranger, I believe. Dark Ranger, what's your second ability? I guess you won't show us until you actually use it. Silence might be a little iffy. Siphon Life or Drain Life, whichever the name is, might also be a little dodgy as well, so it might just be pure black arrows. Wow, the Shredder's done at like a lot of tree cutting there. And I mean, you can see it. Sonik has 1,000 lumber in his storage right now. Triad probably should not have provoked those hippogriffs. They don't exactly like spears dislodged into their bodies. Demon Hunter vs Demon Hunter fight. This is exactly what we were here to see. Oh yeah, 'cause the sound was a little too loud there as we got close. Sorry about that. But yep, Sonic's Demon Hunter was the first to go for the mana burn, and he will run away with the more mana, but less health.
A town is under siege.
Anyway, the expansion, oh dear, it's completed, but it might get destroyed, question mark. Okay, not yet. Sonik will probably take the lead with this one, because he has a lot of lumber. The gold is probably just the problem. If he gets that second expansion saturated, he will probably amass an army strong enough to deal with all these Hippogriff Riders. And they are just attacking Moonwells. Probably bring in a couple of wisps to repair this, unless Sonik likes being supply blocked. He might like being supply blocked, as he is going to lose it. Okay, this is already a weird game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh nice, the observer board actually shows the amount of workers as well. 9 versus 15. Might be a little bit of a troubling number. I'm not sure if 3 is the magical number, or 4 is the magical number for lumber harvesting, but I guess it's kind of working so far for Check. Those bears are going to be definitely a difficult target to burst down, I'm pretty sure. Archers are getting absolutely slaughtered. Skull Feeling will be used by the Demon Hunter, but without any sort of stealth detection, he can't really finish the job with those archers. Plus, the Demon Hunter is literally the only answer against those bears. Master Trained bears are definitely not a juicy target for those Hippogriff Riders. Orb of Venom on the dark, Demon Hunter. So that is going to lay down a lot of damage on those Hippogriffs. As you can see, 2 have already gone the orange health bars there. Expand is now saturated, and it is paying dividends for Sonik, as He will most likely go over into upkeep, but for now he is just dealing with these pesky hippogriffs. And they are slowly chipping away at one of those bears. How many hippogriffs are these? About 9. And what is Check doing? 4 Ancient of Wars. I guess that's one way to deal with those bears. It's extremely weird, but it'll be very funny if it works. Okay, so I might have underestimated these Hippogriff Riders' damage a little bit. They can eventually take down a bear, but the amount of time needed to take down one might be a little too long for Sonik to actually hang in there. And we have Hippogriffs for Sonic, so he needs to really go after those Hippogriffs right now. Hippogriffs do a lot of damage against air units, as you can see here, 50 to 57. That seems like a absurd number, but remember it is melee range, and of course they have to actually... I mean, Hippogriffs have a lot of health as well. Hippogriff Riders have a lot more as well on top of that, so it's gonna need more than 2 Hippogriffs to deal with all of these. Alright, Sonic might actually just wait for 2 more. No, he's gonna go right after it. He could potentially focus fire and take down those Hippogriffs one by one. It is gonna take a while. One of the Hippogriffs already been taken down for Sonic. Might lose himself a second, and he does. Yeah, might have been, should have been a little patient there. Maybe 6 was a better number than 4.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now he has to wait for 6
A town
again.
is under siege.
Okay, here we go. Ancient of Wars versus Bears. Not exactly working. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's still not working actually. Hippogriff Riders will be forced to go back home and try and deal with this threat. Check is producing more archers to try and mount them up against those on those Hippogriffs, but yeah, the Ancient of War army got destroyed very quickly, and things are not looking good for Check. Right now there we go, drain life. Right now the Hippogriff Riders are in battle, but they have to fight against those Hippogriffs as well. This is definitely the worst position for the Red Night Elf player to be in right now, as he has to both deal with bears and the anti-air threat of those Hippogriffs. The bears are going to do a lot of work against that. Demon Hunter, he might get surrounded by the bears in fact. Hippogriff Riders will finally take down the Hippogriffs, but at what cost? It could potentially mean the life of that Demon Hunter. Invulnerability potion will be used, and he should heal up thanks to those Moonwells. Hippogriff Riders are very low health. That might actually be the game there. Dark Ranger being focus fired. Rejuvenation was a little late. Demon Hunter does hit 6, but he gets mana burned before the Metamorphosis is in place, so we won't have that Metamorphosis unfortunately. More Hippogriffs are in the air, and they have plenty of targets to go after. Sonic might be able to take down that Demon Hunter, but he might lose himself his own Demon Hunter. This is very what is it? It's very close. Another mana burn maybe? Not enough mana to actually go for the killing blow there, but yeah, more mana burns would definitely be nice. It's... Oh, are we gonna have a 1-1 fight? Okay. Once again, this is what we are having for Night Elf Mirror. Mana burn to finish the job, and that is gonna be level 5 on the Demon Hunter there. We still have a lot of Hippogriffs. Oh, they just dismounted. But we have a lot of bears still out. Entangle Goldmine. That might just be game, honestly, because Check's infrastructure is just crippled, and Sonic has 2 bases. That's just it. How anticlimactic this game has turned out to be. GG from Check, and that is going to be game. I mean, Check had a slightly higher score, but the strategy just got hard countered by swarming with bears. Hopefully I can't talk today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I don't think this was a good cast, but it was an interesting game. I stumbled a lot, and yeah, lots of awkward silences. But that's what this channel has actually built itself to be, sadly. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.